You just listen to the old Pork Chop Express here now and take his advice on a dark and stormy night when the lightning's crashing and the thunder's rolling and the rain.
One and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and with me today, of course, is my co-host, the man himself, the alien of aliens, the in your morning coffee and your sizzling bacon, Zeropium. How are you doing, my friend?
I have turned Loki
Hush you.
Wow.
Mute.
Listen up, Fez Cat. Way to ruin the intro. Jeez, kitties never stop.
A fucking intro. You are. That is cultural appropriation. I'm the only one that can purr around here.
That's got to be a new record for the quickest F-bomb on Monday morning ever. So congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
I did it. Guys, I win. What do I win?
And, of course, our guest host for today... We don't know about next week, since,
Hey, I have next week off.
Eris of Chaos. Well, then be good. Otherwise, you don't get to come back.
I am always good. Oh, wait, hold on. I say that, but I'm always good.
Good morning, folks. This is playing on your device right now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
I am offended by the pairing.
So, how's everybody out there doing? Good morning, Arwen Ablon, right off the bat, the lady Arwen. Zero, have some extra bacon. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle me timbers.
Where you keeping that bacon, honey? Come on. Everybody
objection. What are you objecting to? What are you objecting to? Project Story Time. Project Story Time. Mark the Infinitely Tired and Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches, are here. The Wrenches of Ragnarok. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing?
My co-host is objecting you being mean to me.
Well, this flew right off the rails already. Wow. Welcome to the latest episode of Cops, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting for the first domestic dispute of the day.
Good morning, Pat S. How are you doing? Undead Ramen. Greetings. Good morning. Snortopoovis Cuber, my favorite polar bear on YouTube. Roar. Psychodorf 9. I heard someone was imitating me over on Snowdub's channel this weekend.
Oh my.
I wonder who that could have been. I wonder who that could have been. Someone saying, Psychodorf 9.
But there can only be one.
Sean Estep, Psychodorf 9. I laugh so hard at everyone on Cotton Council doing their best Stone Loki, Psychodorf 9 impressions.
I can't do it. No one can do it. It's fine. I don't have enough testosterone. It's kind of a problem.
Bullshit.
Oh, right there, Gum Bunny. Loki, if Eris doesn't behave, you can either mute her or kick her from the panel. Yes, absolutely. I have the power. It's my stream. That's right.
I've got the power.
Sizzling hens, perhaps. Bacon and eggs. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Instead of scissoring, sizzling. That's called a fried egg.
Leave Eris of Chaos speak what she wants. You have some defenders.
Well, I smell mutiny, goddammit.
Yay.
Janet from another planet, greetings and good morning. How are you doing? Good morning, everybody. Adega Outlaw, the mad doctor of disaster and destruction. His book is coming out soon. His book, Revolution, will be hitting store shelves pretty soon. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing?
Hello.
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Do I, Loki? Do you, Loki? Do you really have that kind of power?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I was going to say, yes. I think that calls for a demonstration, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yes. Welcome back.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You get the horns.
Oh, my God. Okay, good morning, everybody. So, yes, we watched Game of Thrones, House of Dragon last night, episode 2. You have a member chat from Ghost Rider. I do. Okay. Let's scroll back and see. Ghost Rider has been a member for 3 months and is a warrior of Asgard. Says, Skull! Skull to you, Ghost Rider. Good to see you again, my friend. Ghost Rider and I met up in Vegas. Absolutely wonderful guy. Absolutely wonderful guy. Poor little girl cat, such toxic masculinity. Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So mean to me.
We're so toxic.
I didn't do shit.
Oh, take the fez away. It's Eris's source of power.
No.
That's
I wonder if I can do that.
Interesting theory what that cat would look like with no fez on.
Oh, it didn't have a fez the first time. Hold on.
But now it does. This. And all hell has broken loose. Coincidence? I think not.
I think I got rid of the avatar because nobody gave a shit about this avatar after I put the fez on.
Let's
rolling along.
Hush. You hush. Eat your bacon.
I don't have any bacon.
What is this bacon thing?
No Canadian bacon? No Canadian bacon for the Canadian?
Fancy ham.
I guess not.
I got you.
Yeah, fancy ham. That's what it is. That makes it sound kind of
cooked up in a griddle. Cooked up on a griddle. Yes, indeed.
I don't know
Fancy
why
bacon cooked up on a griddle. Fancy ham.
Gosh.
I don't know why we're talking all southern up here, way up front down there. Oh, wait, hang on. Gotta go around back, check temperature of my igloo next to my hockey sticks. I'll be back.
Well, hold on.
Arwen has one of those. I'm sure for the vapors. For the vapors, Arwen has a fainting couch.
Or an igloo.
Oh my God, where did I hear that? I heard that this weekend. I was okay. So I started watching Deadwood again. Funny because we're talking HBO shows. I started watching Deadwood again. And Al Swearingen in the first or second episode was asked the rich guy he sells the claim to. He goes, "Does that give you the vapors?" And I was like, "Holy shit, the vapors, y'all!"
It's out there, man.
Oh my!
I do declare.
The vapors. Does that give you the vapors? I was like, "Holy shit!" And he's asking it to this really rich, uppity Eastern New Yorker guy. So who's sipping at his whiskey. He's sipping at it because that's the first thing he asks. He's downstairs drinking. Is he drinking or is he sipping at it? Oh, he's sipping now. Yes. All proper Southern ladies have painting couches. They're now called beds.
Oh, yay.
Oh, I do declare.
I do have a bed.
declare.
Right, Mac, what is up, Mac? Mac's kicking down doors. Ladies and gentlemen, Bikini Draws is such a wonderful channel. Kicking down doors, stealing babies' lollipops. No, not really.
What an asshole.
Wait, hold on.
He is growing by leaps and bounds, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have not subscribed to Bikini Draws, head on over there. I think we've mingled enough this morning. Leia Rose, good morning. I think we've mingled enough. Small talk enough. Let's get to this episode. I've got a picture I want to bring up.
The dragoon.
Okay, no, not the dragon, not yet. I have pictures of the dragons, but no,
in
not
compromising
yet. So
positions.
the beginning of this episode,
Oh no,
you actually see the opening for actually see the opening
and they play
for
the
this
Game
show
of Thrones
for the
theme
first
song,
time.
which I've
And yes, they
feelings
play
about.
the Game of Thrones theme song, which I have no problem with.
I have mixed feelings about.
Star Trek did it. Star Trek did it.
That-
Star
yeah,
Trek
but
did
Star
a
Trek
second
didn't
show
do it
with the
season
exact
8.
same
Star Trek-
opening.
we did not.
It's just Picard says it. Besides, Kirk saying it, Picard says it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
We had the same. We had
All
the
right.
exact
My
same
point,
argument
though.
yesterday too.
My point, though, ladies and gentlemen, is this version. It's like a mini version of the city, and this is the king, and this is going to
I
be
know.
the king's 15-year-old wife.
I know you can't
gross.
tell that that's the king because he looks
And the
like
girlfriend of his daughter. So
yeah, it's hard.
okay, let me explain
was-
something real quick. I'm gonna break down what is going on so far in this episode, and not just this
okay.
episode, but the series. And I'm going to put this banner up because, by God, someone's gonna bitch and moan and be like, "Oh my God, I came in here and I didn't know you guys were talking spoilers."
Well, most likely we're
So
gonna talk
here we
spoilers
go.
unless
Here we
it
go.
says otherwise.
This is a miniature model
Yes.
of the city. Okay, now
Yes.
at the beginning of the episode, when the opening credits start, there is
Yeah.
blood flowing through this city.
It could be.
No.
You don't.
Oh my God! Quit! Stop! Wait! Jesus!
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait!
I'm sorry.
Now, at the beginning of the season, the one episode, in the very first episode, the king's wife dies. And his hand, who Loki believes is poisoning him and trying to kill him, sets him up with his daughter. He sends his daughter, he says, "I want you to go and I want you to comfort the king."
By any means.
And she's like, yeah, exactly. And that is exactly what, I comfort him. Yes. In any way. So he sends his daughter, who at the time was 14 years old. There is a 6-month jump between episode 1 and episode 2. 6 months.
But why?
I don't know, and I have no idea how much time is going to pass, but I do know that there are 2 actresses for this one character, and there's 2 actresses for his daughter. So there's a younger version and an older version.
So
And they
how
are
far?
both credited in this season.
So how far ahead do you think they're going to jump here?
Exactly.
Wow.
Undead Ramen, why 6 months? Lazy writing.
Lazy writing.
Now, one thing is that in the opening, there's blood running through this model. I don't know if you can tell that it's this model, but I knew, I'm like, that's that model. That is that model that he is screwing around with. There's pieces of the model down there. He's working on building this model. I don't know if he's been working on this for the last 6 months, if this is how he's dealt with the death of his wife, but there's blood running through the streets and the passageways of this model in the opening of this episode.
Well,
I believe that's the king's blood.
It's a good attention grabber. I mean, I'm sure it was a great visual to start off with.
So the book that this is based on is called, what is it, Eris? Blood and Fire or Fire and Blood?
Oh, am I allowed to talk?
Oh, God.
Don't be an ass.
It's fire. It's it's Fire and Blood. That's what it is.
So Fire and Blood. We almost saw fire in this episode because there's a dragon showdown. But the blood, I believe, is going to come from the king. The king in the very first episode is sick. They're like removing this hole in his back. I believe the king's been poisoned. He is being poisoned. In this episode, his hand is rotting.
Yeah. It's like he's rotting from the inside out. And they kind of imply that it's in the first episode that it's the Iron Throne, which, if anyone knows anything about Game of Thrones, is a bunch of melted swords put together. A very, very comfortable throne. But it keeps cutting him. He keeps complaining about the fact that it's cutting him, which is kind of funny because I'm surprised it hasn't cut anyone before. But they're implying that the Iron Throne is rejecting him and it's poisoning him. But yeah, like Loki, I think the Hand of the King is the one that's poisoning him. And honestly, it's funny because I didn't see it in the first episode. Not really, but Chris Persia actually called it to my attention on Saturday that that's our Littlefinger. It's the Hand of the King. And it was a little bit more displayed in this episode, but not to the extent that Littlefinger is. But I'm just like making comparisons because it's
Chris Persia.
Hard not to.
The infected finger is the same finger he pricked on the Iron Throne last episode.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought it was the Iron Throne was rejecting him and like infecting him, basically.
That'd be really interesting. Psychodorf 9. Psychodorf 9 brings up leprosy.
Well, what are the symptoms of leprosy?
Your body
starts
parts
falling
falling off and rotting while you're still alive.
Sorry, it's such an irrelevant disease nowadays. I didn't know. Main effect of the skin, or okay. Interesting.
Middle finger, yes. Way weary, yes. More like middle finger, yes. Yeah. That's exactly. I hadn't thought of the middle finger.
Oh my
yes.
God. Can we
middle
call him
finger?
That? That's actually
we can
cool.
call him that from now on. Otto will be referred to as middle finger.
He is taller.
So I have decreed it. So it shall be done. Thank you, Way Weary. I love it.
The middle finger of the king instead of the hand of the king.
Yo, I'm named after a digit. All right.
The throne laced with poison.
Hmm.
That's very possible because no one's supposed to sit on the throne but the king. So let's talk about what
Stoof?
kind of happens. Let's talk about Stoof.
Not a whole lot happens, which you pointed out.
Matt Smith's character, Daemon, the antsy Targaryen, the Targaryen who is filled with angst and mischief, takes Dragonstone, which rightfully now belongs to the princess. That's her keep. Dragon Keep is her keep.
Yeah.
But he's taken it. Daemon Targaryen, Matt Smith, the one who seems to be the driving force and heart of this show, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Smith is the brightest part of this show.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Mark the Infinitely Tired. Matt Smith has stolen the show. Yes.
He is the sun in a sea of stars. Okay, that is basically the best way I can put it. Like, yeah, those other people are shining in their own way, but he is so bright that he is literally like you can't see the other stars, nor do you really care about those other stars because the sun is so bright.
But Joker, Damon didn't cut himself on the throne. Damon didn't cut himself.
Oh, no, Damon didn't. No. Okay.
No, Damon didn't. The king did, though.
Oh,
and the king pricked his finger.
Owner.
So if he had, maybe I could see it, but he hadn't. I think the hand is manipulating a lot of things, because he immediately, as soon as the queen died, he immediately was like, "Daughter, I want you to go and comfort the king."
Yeah.
And 6 months later, which we are going to be getting to, they are now going to get married.
He's chosen her because they keep pushing him to take a wife. And, I forgot his name. The black dude that married the princess that got passed over for the Iron Throne, their daughter, he was like kind of pushing to have her daughter. But the daughter's like, they say 12, but she looks 8. And so it's very concerning because there's a scene where he meets her and talks to her, and it's just like this 8-year-old and this grown-ass man talking. And like in any other like circumstance, that wouldn't really be that much of an issue. But the fact that this is I want to see if I want to marry her situation, it really it messed me up a little bit, you know? Like, that was just gross.
Joker voice, Damon and Rhaenyra are the stars of this show. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's
absolutely.
Yeah. But
you can tell who's kind of here for window dressing, who is here to die later. I don't know if that is yet, whether that is a reflection of the writing or if it's just so on the nose that you just know. You just kind of know. I don't know yet. I don't know if this is something the writers haven't been able to hide, or if this is just ineptitude. We're gonna have to wait and see. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh my God, this is absolutely fabulous. HBO has done it again, you guys."
Oh my God!
Because we've seen what happens. And I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm not going to be like, "Oh my God, these people are absolute geniuses," when that could just be their stupidity.
It's possible. It's all possible.
Brightest Day says, funny enough, those stars could be as bright and the sun seems less so depending on your proximity to each. Absolutely.
No, the Earth is the center of the universe.
Oh, here we go.
Really?
So we're not getting into that argument. we're not doing that. I'm not spending all my time doing that this morning.
I was going to say no flat Earth, please.
Oh, no.
Anyway, let's talk about those rotten curtains they got hanging up there. That's awesome.
So since you bring us back to this picture, I'm just going to say my thoughts on the end of this season is the king's blood flowing through this diorama. The king's blood will paint the streets of this model city. And that's what you see in the beginning of this season. You see the king's blood flowing through the streets of his model.
Or cranberry juice. Just saying. You don't know yet.
Do you think that's a type of foreshadowing symbolism for something that's going to happen later on down the line?
Well, if it's foreshadowing symbolism, they kind of smacked me over the head with a hammer with it.
Okay, you know? So in the original series, you find out that Rhaenyra, the king's daughter, and Daemon Targaryen, her uncle,
Bow chicka wow wow.
Bow chicka get married. Bow chicka wow wow get married.
Yeah, the uncle and the niece get married, and yep.
Now
Whoa.
you only see them together for all of like 5 minutes in this episode. You only see Matt Smith's Daemon Targaryen and her Rhaenyra together for all of 5 minutes in this episode. You barely get any Matt Smith in this episode,
Yes.
but the time you do get Matt Smith, it's absolutely out of the park.
Yeah, the best part of the show is Matt Smith. So this show needs more Matt Smith. I'm not kidding.
So an alarm goes off. The king summoned to his council, and he is told that a dragon egg has been stolen from the dragon moot, where they keep the dragons. Yes, a moot. That's where they're together. A moot.
Oh, a moot.
A moot?
It's
a boot.
Fuck you.
Anyway,
look it up, fuckers.
Yeah, I know what a moot is.
Yeah. No, so, I'm looking it up.
Look it up. Yeah, look it up. So it's M-O-O-T.
M-O-O-T. Yep.
M-O-O-T. That spells moon.
It's a gathering.
It's gathering. Not spell moon. What the hell? That is.
Okay, so the egg
M-O-O-N.
Yeah. So the egg stolen from the moot.
So the dragon egg is stolen, and basically he let them know, hey, guess what? Daemon was here, bitches. I am now married to my brothel whore. She is pregnant with my child, who I'm gonna name after your son, the king's son that died in the first episode. I'm gonna name him the same name as your son, dear brother. And I stole a dragon egg because we put a dragon egg in the crib until the child's born. And I just happened to steal the dragon egg that you put in your son's cradle. You know, the son that died 6 months ago.
It's such an asshole move. It's kind of glorious.
One hell of a Kinder Egg surprise, I'll tell you that.
So imagine, Zero, if you had a younger brother that you threw out of the house, and then your wife dies in childbirth, and your child dies along with it. You were going to name him Adam, and your brother comes over to your house, steals the crib that you bought your kid, and says, well, I've met up with a stripper, and I'm marrying her, and she's pregnant, and we're going to name the kid Adam, and I'm taking your crib, bitch.
So, I mean, I'm going to sit there and think, okay, hang on. Oh, hey, bro, what's up? All right, well, let me see. I've got no wife. I've got no kid. I don't need the crib. You're marrying a hooker or a stripper? All right, see if she's got any friends, because I'm a free man tonight, baby. Anyway, so yes.
So that's pretty much, even Joker Boy says total flex. Hey, bitches, look what I just did.
And you know how they found out that that's what it was? He left a note and signed his name.
Yeah, and signed his name. He lets him know, he leaves a note and is like, I stole the egg, bitches. Come and get it.
Dave and was here.
It is all for attention and a way to get back at his brother.
It's beautiful. It's honestly beautiful.
All of this is, I want the other Targaryens' attention. I feel left out. So I'm gonna be an annoying little shit. So the princess is like, let me take a dragon and go get the egg back. And the king's like, no, you're not going. You're not having anything to do with this. I'm gonna send the hand to go get my egg back.
Yeah.
So the hand goes and gets the King's Guard. There's now 2 King's Guard. That's another thing that happened this episode. You find out there's only 1 King's Guard. Why the fuck is there only 1 King's Guard? The personal guard of the king. There's only 1 of them. They start to recruit more. So they decide on the one that won the tournament. The one that beat Matt Smith. He gets to be the other King's Guard. So now there are 2. And there's like a thing where even the hand's like, well, shouldn't we pick one of the weaker ones? And the princess is like, no, bitch, this is the one we want. He's the one who's been in actual combat. But you know, if we took this one over here from the Knight of Flowers, he's related to blah, blah, blah.
And give us money. Yeah. And she's just like, yeah, well, I want the best guarding my dad. Do you not? And then he has nothing to say to that. He's just
I want to propose one motion here for this whole episodic series going forward. I make a motion to HBO to allow the dialogue to be rewritten in the style that Loki is paraphrasing it for us here this morning.
I think
it would go over much better.
You know, Loki, let's do a
Okay, maybe I missed that. Joker says there are 7. If I missed that, it's perfectly.
Space.
I'm trying to understand. I've got this one talking next to me.
Hi. I am talking the whole episode, so we do have subtitles.
If I missed that,
you think I'm bad now? Just wait till you watch something with me.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
Yes, and that's exactly what she tells the hand. Yes, by the king, bitch.
Yeah.
Give me back my egg, you bitch.
So Otto, the hand of the king, goes to Dragon Keep to get the egg back. Dragonstone, and you see it's also been called Dragon Keep.
No.
Yes, Tyrion called it Dragon Keep. Suck my ass. So
oh my god.
He goes to the hand goes to Dragonstone to get the egg back, along with a handful of the King's Guard and some knights. And meets them on the bridge going up to Dragon Keep. Joker voice, Dragonstone. Thank you.
Thank you.
The keep.
Stop.
Then Daemon comes down with his personal golden guard and his quote wife.
His pissoir.
His whore that he got from the whorehouse in King's Landing. The whore he took with him is now his second wife. He has taken a second wife. Thus, in the Targaryen way, he now has a second wife.
Well, his first wife is of the Vale, which he did not want. So
he was like, guys would rather fuck sheep than fuck their own wives in the Vale.
Yep.
A gently used wife, free or best offer.
His side piece.
Yeah. Are they allowed to have more than one at a time?
Yeah. Apparently.
Okay. The Targaryens in Valyria are, so it's a little different.
Whatever.
And good morning, Rambling Canuck. How are you doing, brother? A gently used wife.
Yes.
So the guys in the Vale would rather bang the sheep than bang their wives because the wives are butt ass ugly. If you remember in Game of Thrones, the woman that was nursing like her 10-year-old boy.
Oh my, there's a good image.
Oh yeah.
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 He was like yeah.
That is the type of woman that she was royalty in the Vale, and she's nursing like her 10-year-old boy. So
literally breastfeeding her 10-year-old child. Yeah. Like that kid is so fucked up right now. He will never.
So it's Targaryen tradition in Valyria to take on more than one wife. It's his right. This is the old ways. These are the old ways, which Daemon is going to follow. So, Tully, thank you. Caitlin Stark's sister. Yes.
Yeah, those two apples couldn't have fallen further apart from the tree. Like, just saying. They were nothing like one another. I forgot they were sisters.
Bleh.
For sale, one gently used wife, only 10,000 miles. Owned by a quiet elderly man, only driven on Sunday afternoons.
Full free or best offer.
So they meet, so the king's hand, middle finger, And
all right.
Otto, middle finger. Joker knows his Westeros.
Good. Because I forget names. So
Meets Daemon Targaryen and his men on the wall at Dragonstone. And they want the egg back. And he's got the egg. He's got his wife next to him. He teases them with the egg. He talks shit. He wants to throw down. Daemon wants to throw down. Otto threatens him. And then you hear the dragon. And Daemon's dragon crawls over the wall and is like, bitches, be gone.
Do something,
bitches leave.
Yeah. And then there's like, because they're up high, there's clouds kind of underneath them on where they are.
You don't say. Clouds.
And hush your face hole. And
Fog.
And I thought it was good. Whatever. They are clouds. Fog is clouds too. Hashtag all clouds matter.
Oh God.
Okay.
Now,
so it's like yes.
Sorry, you said last week there's like what, 10 dragons left in captivity?
Yeah.
Okay.
You took one.
So eggs are quite precious.
Yes, they're very precious. Yes. Actually, you could argue the dragon eggs are more precious than the fucking human spawn.
They have 12 dragons at the moment. There are more than that, though. There are more than that alive.
Yeah, they mentioned it this episode.
So one of the original dragons that came to
Mama. That's not her name, but we called her Big Mama.
That came to Westeros with the Targaryens is still alive and out there, and there's no place large enough to keep her. So she's just out laying eggs somewhere.
I sense a game is afoot. They shall go dragon hunting. Do they ever hunt dragons for sport in this universe? No.
Well, there's so few at the moment, or at least that's what they kind of think. I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be a whole fleet of wild dragons at some point that they're going to have to contend with.
So, Daemon's dragon comes up over the wall, hisses, and that is when you see movement in the fog.
Da-da.
And Rhaenyra shows up on her dragon.
It's a Jaws moment.
She flies in on her dragon and backs up the hand of the king and goes and talks to Daemon. And immediately Daemon's entire energy changes. And he actually talks to her. He talks to her in Old Valyrian. They have a discussion. The woman standing next to him finds out, apparently he's taught her some Valyrian, because she finds out that she is supposed to be his wife and huffs off. And you're like, what the fuck is that all about? Well, she's not his wife, and she's not pregnant with his child, which is what he told them in the note that he left when he took the egg. Was my wife, I'm married now to my whore, my mistress. She's my second wife. She is pregnant with my son. I stole the dragon egg that you were going to give to your son when he was born. I'm going to name him the name that, this is all to strike back at his brother and make his brother upset and make his brother feel bad, because he is the little brother that has been dumped on. So he wants to make Big Brother feel like shit.
Quite an evil little synopsizing son of a bitch, wouldn't you say?
Vhagar didn't come over from Old Valyria. She was born on Dragonstone and ridden by Aegon I's older sister's wife, Visenya.
Man, there's a lot to take in here.
And a lot of history.
I mean, the lore is good. Don't get me wrong. I love deep-rooted lore. So, I mean, that's all cool. Somewhere up there in the foggy clouds.
Hey.
Is she played by Martin Lawrence? Oh, girl, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. Where's my egg, biatch? Oh
I didn't say
my.
B-I-H then. B-I-H. B-I-H.
Yeah, itch.
Oh.
The hell is a B-I-H?
It's a bitch with 2 eyes.
I'm waiting for the moot to meet.
Have a wonderful day, Joker. Joker needs to be on here. He knows more about this shit than I do. I have not read the books, ladies and gentlemen.
Me either.
I have not read the books. I'm just going off of the show. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm as new to this as you are. A lot of people have read all the books. They've read everything the man has written. I am watching off of the same screens you guys are watching off of if you are watching this.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's get to the end of the episode because Matt Smith comes back. Yay!
Yeah, if they can skip ahead 6 months, you can just skip right to the end. Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's really nothing. I mean, yeah, she gets in. The daughter gets in trouble, right? Because she wasn't supposed to do that.
Hold on. We haven't even gotten back to that yet. So the dragons kind of hiss at each other. There's going to be a dragon fight.
Yay!
She's Joker dancing with the dragon right now. Wow.
Oh, Snow, have a great one, brother. Have an absolute great one. Snowdub Live, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Snowdub, check him out. Absolutely wonderful channel. Tuck and roll, brother. Skull and tuck and roll. So the dragons are going to have a throwdown. You've got Damon's dragon, and you've got Rhaenyra's dragon, and they're hissing at each other. They're growling at each other. Rhaenyra talks to Daemon. He's pissed, and it's family squabble. All of this is family squabble. Daemon doesn't care who he kills. He doesn't care who he kills. He doesn't care who he maims. He doesn't care who dies. In it's a Targaryen argument, and anybody can be a victim of it, and he doesn't give a shit. It's between him and his brother. Do not get between him and his brother. Now his niece comes in and talks to him, and he eventually turns around, throws the egg at her, and leaves. And they get the egg back. Because it was never about the egg. His quote wife, who he hasn't married yet, is not pregnant with a child. Where does Puff fit in this show? He's going to be in it, guys. We're going to see Puff. Puff pass. The dragon will be in this at some point.
I thought he was down
it's
by
the House of Dragons. It's got to be.
Welcome to the house.
Puff.
No, Puff got his tail bit off by Alpero.
Ouch.
Oh no.
Last week, so he's been in the hospital. I don't know if he's going to be able to make his big debut, but I hope so. I really do. Obviously, the dragons in this are absolutely epic.
Look at it. That's my dragon. Matt Smith's just renting it.
So the dragons in this are absolutely epic.
It's so pretty. He's a good boy. I want to pet. I want to pet the dragon.
No, I think Puff's out. Puff's out of the hospital. He is. Puff's out of the hospital. He's doing okay. His tail hurts, obviously.
It's red and black with
bit
gold
off part
eyes.
of his tail. Alpero is going to go after Mexican Iron Man in Dallas in October. So be ready for that.
Da, 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 da.
Let's get ready to rumble.
McKinney draws with the $2 super chat. Thank you so very much. McKinney says, I'm happy that Puff finally has a big gig again. He deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. And thank you so much for that $2 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And this one's just for you. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. Arwen Avalon is convinced that dragons and cats are related. They both share the same moods.
Yay!
No, don't be giving Eris any ideas,
Yay!
Arwen. Come on. Oh, God. She's going to be
Good morning, Darth Arlena.
flying
my
up to the
horns back.
ground, hissing
I need
fire and fur balls.
Yes, I need my horns back so I can bond with my dragon brethren.
No, Fez is in the way.
No, I have horns. You see?
No, I don't.
You don't see the two little red things? Those are
I
horns.
honestly have no idea what we're talking about. Oh, I see them now. Wow. Hello,
See?
my name is Stupid. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Hello, stupid.
Jeez.
Mhm.
I'm
Anyway,
So during all of this, Corlys Valerian, who is the pretty much the shipmaster of Westeros,
the black guy. Just for everyone to know, who's really bad at names like me.
the black guy, really?
Yeah, he's the black guy with the white hair. Yeah, Mr. Black and White.
Corlys Valerian
What? Because I didn't know.
anyway,
has wanted the king to marry his daughter, who is 12. Like Eris said earlier, she doesn't look 12. She looks like maybe 9 or 10 years old. And she's telling the king, I will give you good, strong children. And he's like, is that something you're telling me, or something your father is wanting to tell me? Meanwhile, the Hand's daughter, Alicenta, I believe her name is, Lady Alicenta.
Alicent. Alicent. Alicent.
Anyway, she has been put next to the king by her father and told to comfort him in any way he chooses. And she is doing that. And she has the king's attention. So the king's got to pick an heir, or the king's got to pick a new wife. And he has to. He has no choice. So he can either pick Lady Alicent, or he can pick this 12-year-old girl that is a member of his family.
awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, not to them, obviously, but yeah.
And of course, the shipmaster, Corlys Valerian, wants him to marry his daughter. That's not going to happen. The king's like, nope. So he announces he's going to marry Lady Alicent, who is also the girly girlfriend of his daughter. And his daughter storms out pissed because, oh my God, you're marrying my daddy. My girlfriend's marrying my daddy. And it's all one big hubbub. Now, at the end of this episode, the very end, you get a sit down between Daemon and the shipmaster, Corlys. And they're basically, Corlys is now plotting to take over the throne and wants Daemon's help to do it. And at one point, Daemon tells him, do not speak of my brother. Only I can speak of my brother. You do not have the right to say anything of my brother because he's not a Targaryen. And you see the seeds of death and betrayal. All of this is being played out in these first two episodes. The downfall of the king. And I feel that, yes, Mansquatch exactly quoted it. I may speak of my brother that way, but you will show him respect. And way wary. The messed up part is that the strategically correct move was marrying the 12-year-old. Yes.
Yeah, I felt weird being like, yeah, you should do that.
Wow, Stig Kenobi. See, this is stuff that I don't know because I didn't read this book. I haven't read any of the Game of Thrones books. I'm not going to become invested in a series that is not going to be finished. Alicent is 13 years older in the books than she is on the show. Rumor vibes from the showrunners.
She's like in her 20s, basically.
Okay, so I'm going to break this down. In the first episode, there is very big, there's big, huge, men are shit, women are great. There's talk between Rhaenyra and her mother. There is what the king does to Rhaenyra's mother. Cut her open and save the boy. I'm going to kill my wife to save my baby. And I'm going to make that choice for her. It's not her choice. It's my choice. What Daemon does to the women in this show. What Otto, the Hand, does to his own daughter, basically selling his 14, she's 14 at the time, selling his 14-year-old daughter to the king, saying, go and comfort him, go and comfort him. Men are made to look like horrible people, while women are level-headed and make the right decisions. When Rhaenyra shows up at Dragonstone, she is disobeying her father's orders. He ordered her not to be involved in it. She is disobeying, and she ends it peacefully, and even tells her father, if I wasn't there, Daemon would have killed your Hand. The Hand would have come to war. It would have been war if I hadn't gone. So I'm right, you're wrong. End of discussion. Men are made to look stupid in the show. There are going to be people who praise this show and think it's the best thing since sliced bread. A great fucking show that is marred by the end of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I can't get that ending out of my brain. I'll get into it and then I'll be like, oh yeah, this is where this is heading. Crap.
The more and the king's own sister, says in this show that men of the world would rather burn down the entire city than have a woman sit on the throne.
Well, you know what Dany did? Daenerys Targaryen. She burned it down for him. That was a woman.
That bitch.
Yeah, she burned it down for him when the end of Game of Thrones. So, I don't think it's the men you have to worry about burning down the city. Honestly.
Yes, stay right there. Ultra famous line. Men will rather burn down the country than let a woman sit on the throne.
Yeah, that's the line, by the way, that I kept getting in commercials for this show. Whenever I'd watch YouTube, like up until like basically the show happened, I was getting for like 3 months straight HBO Max commercials for House of the Dragon, and that line was in every single one of them. So I knew it was coming this episode. It was just so annoying to actually like hear it in the show with the context. Because I'm sorry, Auntie, you're butthurt you weren't chosen. The princess was. You don't need to. And it's just. I'm sorry. This is just how it was.
Yes, Hillary Targaryen. Yes, thank you, Pat S. That is her new name. We've got middle finger. We have nicknames. Ladies and gentlemen, we have nicknames. We have middle finger. We have the Doctor, Daemon Targaryen, the Doctor. We've got Hillary Targaryen.
Matt Smith. Yes.
So Cersei blew up half the city. Cersei is the reason King's Landing was a complete and utter fucking wreck.
Yeah. The Hellfire.
But partly Dany too. But yeah.
Yeah.
Cersei and Dany destroyed the entire city.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah, I forgot about
Women
that.
burned down the entire city rather than let anyone else have the throne.
Isn't it weird? It's almost like the craving for power and the corruption that results from that is a gender neutral concept. Weird, isn't it? Strange.
Strange things are happening and are going.
Or Dick Damon. That's true. That's true. We could do that.
Yes.
Doc Damon. Dick
Doc
Damon.
Damon.
I'm just gonna call him Matt Smith. Everyone knows who I'm talking about.
And Rhaenyra tries to do the whole Dracarys thing in the first episode.
Oh, so bad. When Danny said it, there was so much like power behind it, right? But when Rhaenyra says it, I'm just like, wah wah wah. Like it's just not. It doesn't have the same feeling to it. You know, it just doesn't.
Yeah. That phrase didn't scare me 20 years ago, and it's not going to work now. Bring it on.
Oh, dear fuck.
This is the moment where we all pause for calm and reflection.
I'm gonna give this episode a 7, which to me is like a barely passing. It's a 70. If you want to go on a scale of 1 to 5, I would probably give it a 3.
I give it a 3. I give the intro a 3 too. This is very like, okay, you know, like yay Matt Smith and yay dragons and
Matt Smith was only in 5 minutes.
And yet
Matt Smith was only in 5 minutes of this episode. So
literally, most memorable portion of this episode was Matt Smith.
Unless the woman scorn has a dragon, but I shout dragons to pieces.
Yeah. But the ending.
I will give the episode a question mark. That's where I gotta leave it.
Because you haven't watched it.
Exactly. If no one's picked up on that yet, yep, the cat is out of the bag.
Stag, just wait till the member berries start. Oh yeah. All right, E-Hacker, what is up, brother? How are you doing? Thank you so very much, E-Hacker. Guys, if you don't know about E-Hacker, go and check him out. He has killed it with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard coverage for the last, for years. He has been covering the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff. Absolutely wonderful source of information. Wonderful channel. Thank you so very much, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. Big yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. If I was a 1 through 5, I'd give it a 3. But
yeah, it's
there's been some interest. I like the dragon design. I really do. Damon's dragon has like some bat-like features instead of like the normal dragon. The things we saw from Danny's dragons. I really like his dragon. So I want to see some dragon battle. I want to see some dragon fighting. That's what I want to see. I want to see
they have dragon riders. So
yeah,
that'd be cool. Shellback's gonna give the show the middle finger.
Oh yeah.
Nice one.
Give it the middle finger, brother.
All right.
Throwing boiled potatoes. Like you did on Naboo. Oh my god. And thank you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the yen. 100 yen. Thank
100 yen. Wow.
Oh my god.
And thank you, brother. We have got something for you. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to set it up here. Thank you so very much. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one's just for you, E-Hackers. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a $1 bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a $1 bill. Thank you so very much, brother. Stig Kenobi says, there will be dragon fights. This era of history leads to the Dance of Dragons, which is basically Targs versus Targs, and will lead to the marriage of Rhaenyra and Daemon. So, for those of you who don't know that are like, oh my God,
time to plan a wedding.
They talk about that in the original series, the marriage of Daemon and Rhaenyra. So, E-Hacker, thanks. Have a good night, brother. Have a good one. So, guys, we're out of here. We are going to have a member stream later on tonight. at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. But until then, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend honor. And we will be back next Monday for another Game of Thrones review. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Moots are real, fogs and clouds are different.
Stop it. No.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.